So, there you are. Welcome to a bigger, bolder Super Mario Party. Time's wasting, so let's get to it. I present the arenas where superstars are born. Behold. We begin with the forest. My, that's an exciting scent. Look at that big lug taking a snooze. Wonder what would happen when the Wiggler will wake up. A volcano looms over this tropical island, ready to erupt with this ground-shaking force. There is so much to discover, like paths that change with the tide. Speeding along the raceway. Weave your car in and out of the pack, leave your opponents in the dust. Never seen them all this big, have you? Of course you haven't. Escalators will risk you up the floor for floor, shop with your little heart out. I bet you think I'm about to let you lose to explore? Not so fast. You thought competing for the superstardom was the only way to play, didn't you? Move and cook to the beat in the Rhythm Kitchen. Soar through the sky like a winged minion in Paratrooper Flight School. Work as a team to convey balls to the goal and craft items in Toad's Item Factory. In the mood for minigames? Mix it up in Minigame Bay. Why am I doing this? Now, what could possibly lurk in this mysterious place? You're going to find out. Can you smell the excitement? The competition has gathered. Everyone wants to be the superstar, even if they never played before. And since it's fallen upon me to get this production up and running, I've decided to have a little fun. Shazam! What the? Bet you didn't see that coming. Bye-bye, Toady. Hello, humongous imposter Bowser. Wondering where will he make his entrance? You'll just have to wait and see. With that, it's finally time to start. Are you ready? Let the Mario Party commence!
Over the weekend, I spent hours playing the newest release of the Mario Party series, Super Mario Party Jamboree for the Nintendo Switch. Nintendo advertised this game as the biggest Mario Party yet. I was definitely skeptical at first. By the title of this game, it seemed like it was going to be a follow-up of Super Mario Party that was released back in 2018, and that game wasn't received too well. I haven't really been on the best terms with the modern Mario Party titles, so when Jamboree was announced, my expectations were pretty low. This game still looked really fun when they first announced it. They even brought back some boards and minigames from the previous Mario Party titles, but to get my hands on this game, that's what needed to convince me that this game could be the big one. My name's Retroplex, and here's my review on Super Mario Party Jamboree. I'm going to be reviewing the different types of modes, boards, minigames, pretty much everything that this game has to offer, starting with the character roster. We've got all the characters back from the... Sorry about that. I guess my voice is still recovering from that voiceover I did. Anyways, we've got all the characters back from the previous Mario Party titles. Well, actually most of the characters are back. Oh, you poor souls. what do you do to be excluded from this character roster? But that's okay, because we got the fan favorite Pauline making her debut in a Mario Party game, along with Ninja. This is honestly an amazing character roster with a total of 22 characters to choose from. This is also the very first Mario Party to have Kevin Afghani take on the roles of Mario, Luigi, Wario, and Waluigi. And I gotta say, he's definitely starting to grow on me. It's still kinda weird for me to adjust to this brand new era of the Mario games, ever since Charles Martinet stepped away from the iconic voice roles. But I still have faith that Kevin will fit in the same shoes as Charles Martinet did, even if it doesn't hold the same charm as it did in the older Mario games. I also really love how each character has their own unique jingle when it's their turn on the game. Alright, now let's talk about the boards. This game comes with 4 boards, along with 3 unlockable boards that you can unlock by completing the game's achievements. The boards that Jamboree has to offer are Mega Wiggler's Tree Party, which takes place in this forest-like atmosphere. You have the Mega Wiggler sleeping in the center of the board, and if you obtain this item called the Wiggler Bell, you can use it to wake up the Wiggler to change the route of the board. You definitely want to be careful not to land on the spaces on the Angry Wiggler, where you can either land on a red space or a Bowser space. With the Sleepy Wiggler, on the other hand, it's the complete opposite, where you land on blue spaces or lucky spaces. You can also encounter Piranha Plants, where if you land on spaces, they attack you, causing you to lose coins, and the bigger the Piranha Plants get, the more coins they lose. And if you also encounter Spike, no, not Foreman Spike from the Mario movie, the Spike that spews Spike's balls out of his mouth. You help Spike harvest honey from the beehives, with one of them containing honey, and the other attacks you with a swarm of bees. It's entirely based on luck. And if you get the hive with honey in it, you earn coins. And if you get the one with the bees, you get nothing. It's pretty simple. The next board we got is Roll'em Raceway, where you have all the players racing cars on this Mario Kart influenced circuit board. You have the bruisers chasing you around the board if you land on an event space. You can also activate the jump pads, launching you in different spaces. There's also an exclusive item to this board called the Turbo Dice, where you roll the dice 4 times, giving you a big increase in speed when moving spaces. The only setback with this item is that you skip the star spaces you pass. This item just feels like a gimmick of going really fast in a race car. Then we have Goomba Lagoon, and I actually really love the visuals of this board, along with the Goomba-shaped volcano, which is a really nice touch. The gameplay of this board, not so much. And when the volcano erupts, there's a 50-50 chance that it'll spew out gold Goombas, which will reward you 5 coins if you pass by them. Or it'll also just spew out lava bubbles, taking away 3 coins from you if you pass by them. And every few turns on this board, the tide level raises up or down, limiting access to the available paths below the tides, which is definitely the huge thing that I really don't like about this board. But if you want to control the tide levels, you can obtain the tide shell. You can even go ziplining, look for shovel treasure chests for items, and go fishing for coins. Right after Goomba Lagoon, we got Rainbow Galleria, the half-sibling of Coconut Mall. This board consists of 3 floors with 4 escalators that you can take to access these certain floors. There's also an elevator you can take if you pay a 5 coin fee. And every 5th turn throughout the game, there's a flash sale, where everything that includes coins, stars, and the items that you can buy from the shops are half off, which only lasts 1 turn, so you better hurry. There's also the Koopa Troopa stamp stations, where you collect 4 color stamps to redeem them at the Stamp Rally reception desks for coins. We even got 2 returning boards that include Mario's Rainbow Castle from the first Mario Party and Western Land from Mario Party 2. Mario's Rainbow Castle is based on the wing cap levels from Super Mario 64, and Toad will wait for you with your gold star. However, every few turns, the theme of the board will change, replacing Toad with Imposter Bowser. And if you reach his destination, he'll reward you with a fake star called a Zatar, deducting 40 coins away from you, which is definitely a huge steal from the players. Western Land takes place in the Wild West, and players can pay a certain amount of coins to take the train named Steamer to take you to certain locations throughout the board. The last board we have is King Bowser's Keep with Imposter Bowser. And no, not the King of the Koopas Bowser who loves to Peach. We're talking about the poor little enemy that Kamek turned into Imposter Bowser. I really like how this game brought back the shtick from the classic Super Mario Bros. Games, where you fight Bowser multiple times, only to reveal to be a decoy every single time. Every few turns in this board, Bowser will make his own turn by spitting out fireballs to create Bowser spaces throughout the board. Players can also use the Bowser byway lever to change the direction of the conveyor belt where Imposter Bowser stands. You can also encounter Dry Bones, where he rewards you with 10 coins, or play a game of Russian roulette with the gear shift, where you could either win or lose coins. There's also the Mecha Koopa, where you roll a dice block and whatever number you get, that's how many times you hit the Mecha Koopa, and the higher number you get, the most coins you win. Lastly, there's Bowser's Giant Vault, where you have to guess the passcode of the vault, and whoever is able to guess it correctly, you'll win whatever's in the vault, which is 10 coins. I honestly find it pretty funny if you play Bowser on this board, and you have Bowser confronting Bowser, as this isn't the first time something like this has ever happened. This game also introduced the pro rules for the boards, or as I like to call it,
the Friendship Detonator.
as this new mode cranks up the competitiveness, so if you play with this rule set to win, you better stay focused. Jamboree has a huge selection of over 110 minigames, and I'm a sucker for Mario Party minigames, so seeing so many brand new and returning minigames here, I was hooked. I'm obviously not going to talk about every single minigame in this game because of how long this video will be, but I do want to do a separate video someday in the future where I rank every single minigame. But only time will tell when I'll do that video. They brought back the motion-based minigames with the Motion Island campaign, which I honestly wasn't really thrilled for ever since that other Mario Party game on the Switch that is not Mario Party Superstars. That was until I played the Rhythm Kitchen mode, where you and other players compete in Food Network's new cooking series. You play some creative rhythm-based minigames, and they're all food themed, so I hope you're hungry. And each minigame gets faster as it goes, making it progressively challenging to stick to a beat. And after that, the judges will give you a rating based on how well you do in these minigames. I actually had a lot of fun playing this mode. It reminded me a lot of Rhythm Heaven and a hint of WarioWare. Then there's Toad's Item Factory, and for some reason that name kinda reminds me of that one forgotten track from that one nostalgic Mario Kart game that took place on the Wii. You know, the track that never got ported to any other Mario Kart games after that. I haven't played much of Toad's Item Factory, but from what I've played, you basically just solve puzzles with the Joy-Con's motion controls, and the levels get harder as you progress. Then we have Paratroopa's Flight School, which you can only play as Mario and Luigi for some odd reason. The objective of this game is that you have wings and you fly around the area to clear some objectives. Whether that's gathering the para buddies, providing transportation for other characters, or just fly around the arena with no goals. Like we've got nothing better to do with this game. To be honest, I wasn't really a big fan of this mode. That just made my arms kind of sore after playing for a little while. But what I really like about this game though are the Jamboree buddies, which appear in the middle of the board game. Whether that's Mario, Luigi, Peach, Daisy, Wario, Waluigi, Yoshi, Rosalina, Donkey Kong, or Bowser Jr. These buddies only appear for a short amount of time until you encounter them on the board. And when you pass by them, everyone competes in their showdown minigame. And if you win, the Jamboree buddy becomes your ally for a few turns. But if another player passes by you, they steal your buddy. What makes these Jamboree buddies so intriguing is that each character has their own minigame. They're a bit lengthy, but I really don't have any complaints regarding it. They even got their own abilities to help you out when they become your ally. Unfortunately, not every character in this game is a Jamboree buddy, but the character I feel like deserves her own showdown minigame is Pauline. If she had her own minigame, it could go something like this. She's about to perform a gig at New Donk City, like in Super Mario Odyssey, but her band members cancel at the last minute, so it's up to the players to fill in for her bandmates. And you have to follow the beat to each song Pauline performs, depending on which instrument you play. It'd be similar to that Mario Bandstand game from the first Mario Party. This could have been a really interesting concept if Nintendo actually gave Pauline her own showdown minigame. Super Mario Party Jamboree has a wide variety of minigames and modes to play, but that's not all the modes the game has to offer. We've got the Party Planner track, where you help Kamek rearrange the party boards for the incoming players by freely exploring all the boards by yourself while completing side quests assigned by the NPCs. In each task you complete, they reward you with mini stars. You also encounter the Jamboree buddies, which later then help you beat the bosses that stole your mini stars in each board. I really had fun playing this campaign, exploring all the unique boards. Well, most of them actually. I'm not really sure why they didn't include Mario's Rainbow Castle and Western Land into this mode. Then we got Bowser's Kaboom Squad, where you team up with 7 other players and go up against Imposter Bowser. The objective is that the players have to work together to break open crates to collect bombs that you throw into the cannon to fire at Imposter Bowser, but only 20 bombs can be fired at once. And every now and then you play a co-op minigame with all the other players. That's right, we're talking about minigames with 8 players. In each minigame you win, your team wins items that will help you defeat Imposter Bowser. And as the battle progresses, coins will begin to spawn in for you to collect. And if your team collects a total of 100 coins, all the bombs will turn to gold. And the amount of bombs that you put in the cannons becomes uncapped, meaning you can put in as many bombs as you want. And the amount of damage Imposter Bowser takes from the shots will be doubled. Once you're just about to finish him, your team will use the star to become invincible to finish him off. Lastly, we got the Koopathon, where you compete against 19 other players in a race to the finish line. During the race, you play a series of minigames to collect coins to move ahead of the board. In every third turn, Imposter Bowser spawns in, beginning the 20-player survival minigame, where you have to be the last one standing while dodging Imposter Bowser's obstacles. The winner receives items to help them in the minigames, while the losers are shifted back 10 or more spaces. I've always gotten so used to playing 4-player minigames in the previous Mario Party titles, so seeing 20-player minigames, let alone 8-player minigames being implemented in Jamboree was kind of mind-blowing to me. And now we get to the fun part, and that is determining whether or not Super Mario Party Jamboree deserves the crown as the biggest Mario Party. I will say this. When comparing this to Super Mario Party and Mario Party Superstars that are both on the Switch, Jamboree is obviously going to take the cake as the biggest one on the Switch. However, when comparing it to the other late Mario Party titles, I don't know, man. I may have to play through every other Mario Party again, starting with the first one on the N64. But let me know what you guys think. Do you think Super Mario Party Jamboree deserves the spot as the biggest Mario Party yet? In conclusion, I had a great time playing this game. If you love the Mario Party series, I have no doubts that this is the game for you. Or if you're like me that fell off the Mario Party series, this game can help you get back up. Giving this game a score of an 8 out of 10. Best Mario Party we've gotten in years. Well, I officially ran out of stuff to say, but I've got this to say. Hope you enjoyed my review on Super Mario Party Jamboree, and if you did, I hope you stick around as I continue to make more videos like these. That's all I got for today. Until next time, bye-bye.
You're still here. The video's over. Get out of here. I said go, you son of a